the Ipsy Ultimate for the month of February. Now we have stepped away from Aucoin and have gotten into Ultimate. This is the little pamphlet this month, and it talks about some of the products on the inside. I think it's really cool that they're stepping away from the Aucoin. That way they don't have to find somebody to curate the box each month and then try to find, you know, like what that person likes, etc., etc. So I think that this is a great way of just adding a lot of different brands themselves and like trying to please the customer. So hopefully this is a win for all of us that they're switching to this ultimate vibe. Let's go ahead and jump into what I got in this one. This is the Grown Alchemist Gentle Gel Facial Cleanser. And I have tried some of their stuff and have liked it. So we will see with this cleanser. It is this? Oh no, it's plastic. It's a plastic bottle, but this is what it looks like. It just seems to be a simple cleanser, which I'm okay with. I don't necessarily need anything targeted for my skin type, but that's going to depend on each person. It says that it just removes impurities without drying or stripping the skin, just to feel have your skin feeling clean. And I also will have a try on portion, so there will be timestamps down below. Next is something that I actually tried, and this is the collagen drops from Rodial. I actually really like their brand as well. I know they're a little bit more on the high end, but their stuff is really good. They sent an oil one time that I love that oil, especially like really dry days for my dry skin. It just gives a glow to my skin. So this is their collagen drops, and this has basu oil, collagen, and hyaluronic acid. You guys will see me try this. It almost looks like it's a liquid, but then when you guys see me apply it, it almost has like a very liquidy gel type of consistency to it. This, I think anybody could use, even if you have oily skin, because my dry skin absorbed this like nobody's business. Like it just like totally went into the skin, but I feel like it just really hydrates really nicely. And I enjoyed the fact that it's not like overly greasy like an oil or anything like that. So I think any skin type could use it, and it's really nice underneath makeup as well. So I am excited to keep using this. It's supposed to be like a collagen complex, and it's supposed to help it have smoother, more rich skin, apparently. I'm just like reading all the little words on the side. Next we have something that I was kind of like, This is the NARS Quad eyeshadow in the shade Kuala Lumpur. When I first saw this in the box, I was super excited because I have never tried any of NARS eyeshadows. I've tried a lot of their other products, whether it be lip products, cheek products, but never an eyeshadow. So I had like high expectations because NARS is one of those like high-end brands. And of course it has its iconic little paper that says NARS on here. It's a quad. I like the little mirror, and of course we have their iconic packaging. But I have to say, you guys will see me do this on the try on portion. I did my eye look today with this palette. I feel like it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was gonna be. Let me go ahead and show you guys swatches of these on my fingers. And so here's the quad. I feel like it's simple. It's not anything wowing. The shimmer is absolutely beautiful. I don't know. I feel like it was missing like an oomph to it. It's something for, I feel like, people who like something a little bit more subtle, more simple. I don't know. Maybe because I just have so much makeup, I do feel like it's pretty, but these are very user-friendly because they are very blendable. They're really soft. They aren't overly pigmented. Even the dark eyeshadow, when I picked it up with the brush, it was easy to blend out because it's not something that's like overly pigmented. So this is something that I feel like is more for people who like something simple, people who like something that's just gonna blend out easily and just do something simple on their eyes. So I will continue to test it out. I wasn't like, wow, damn, it looks spectacular. I feel like I could get this same look with even like a ColourPop palette. So I was like, The next product is the Kevyn Aucoin Indecent Mascara. This is a really nice mascara. It's just nice. It gives lengthening. It gives a lot of volume as well. Not to the point where I'm like, damn, my lashes look amazing. But I'm happy it came in the box. I will use it. It's not anything that, if I'm not mistaken, I've tried this before. It's not anything that I will go out of my way to purchase because the wand isn't one of my favorites. Another thing is that I'm more of a tubing girl mascara. So I tend to buy those more than just regular type of mascaras. Then we have the Living Proof Heat Styling Spray. It has protection, heat protection up to 450 Fahrenheit, and I love this brand. Another brand that I've tried a lot of products from. We've received quite a few products here as well. Let me see if it has kind of like a clean scent to it. But I will use this and try it out when I flat iron my hair. And then we have some of the eyeliners. This is by Lith. And we have 2 eyeliners on here. I also use them in the try on portion. I use the burgundy one. Let me go ahead and swatch these for you guys. And I'm sorry if these lines do not come out straight next to each other, but this is the Galaxy shade. That's actually what I have in my waterline. And then the next shade is called Blueprint. Sometimes these perform better than other times. I'm sorry, my swatching skills, like on my hand this way, is really hard to do on camera. But you have to kind of work with these in your waterline. Sometimes they apply nicely and sometimes they don't. Even now I can see like some of it has moved already. So these are not really like the type of eyeliners that will stay in the waterline. Another thing is that I even tried some on the outer part of my eyelid, and these do not glide on as nice and smooth. I keep them just to have them for the waterline, if that. But I feel like they tend to dry out pretty fast from my experience in the past with these. So these are not like my all-time favorite as far as liners go. The next product in here literally made me scream, and it's this little duo right here from Charlotte Tilbury. I have tried imitations of these, but I have yet to try the real deal. And so we have the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm in Pinkgasm. I have that on top of my other blush today. And then I have the Pillow Talk Matte Easy Liquid Blush in the shade Pillow Talk. So let me go ahead and swatch these for you guys. I didn't try this one because I was doing 2 try-ons at the same time. So I really wanted to try the House Labs. So here is Pillow Talk, and this is matte. It looks like a beautiful neutral shade that anyone can basically use at any point. I love this type of blush because it doesn't matter what kind of eye look you have, you can like pop it on. Next we have the Pinkgasm, and this one, beautiful. This has kind of like a shimmer to it and is what I put on top of the House Labs today. It's almost like a highlighter type of effect to it. So that's what they look like. And everyone and their mother, like, I feel like this is something that Charlotte Tilbury is known for, are these type of blushes. So I'm excited to have them in my collection. You guys will see them more in Get Ready With Me's. I'm trying to do more of the Get Ready With Me's for you guys and see how that goes here on my channel. But let's go ahead and, oh wait, I have one more. I'm sorry. We have one more. So this is the Tatcha Camellia Gold Spun Lip Balm. This is a very thin lip balm, which is nice for like underneath lip products. So this is what it looks like. I'm not sure why it has little gold flecks in there, but you know, Tatcha is one of those like fancy schmancy type of products. But that's what it looks like. It's just clear. It gives a very kind of like thin texture to the lips. It's not like some lip balms in this type of form are a little bit thicker and goopier. This one's more on the thin side. So now let's go ahead and jump into the try on portion. For the try on portion, I'm gonna start off with the Rodial Collagen Drops. I really like Rodial's skincare. The stuff that has come in previous boxes I have enjoyed. It looks like a clear liquid. And says it has hyaluronic acid. It has a babusu oil. It's very watery. It almost seems like it's water. So let me just try to press it onto the skin. It has that signature Rodial smell to it, which I don't mind, but it does sort of have a little bit of a scent to it. Not anything overpowering. It's almost like watery, but it's almost like a thin gel type of formula to it. It does absorb nicely onto my skin. I do have more drier skin, so that depends on your skin type, but it does hydrate really nicely. Especially now with this cold weather. Ugh. My skin needs all the hydration. So it's just completely just absorbing onto my skin. And then I'm also going to use the Tatcha Gold Spun Lip Balm. My lips have been super chapped. This is very cute. I prefer a squeeze tube than having to stick my finger, but my hands are clean, so we're just gonna... It's a thin formula. Wow, this is super thin. If you don't like something that's ultra goopy and thick, I think you might like this. But if you like that feeling of something really nice and rich and thick on your lips, then this is something that you're gonna have to definitely build up. It has some kind of like gold flakes in here. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be, or if they're just there to make it look fancy. But it does feel nice. I think that this would work really nicely underneath lip products because of how thin it is. So it's giving you the hydration, but it feels like it's not going to alter like a matte lip product that much because it's just giving enough. It's not way too thick or goopy. So I think this would work really nicely on well, probably on top too, but underneath like lip products. Next thing I'm going to jump into is the NARS Quad eyeshadow. I have never tried any of NARS's eyeshadows, only their lip and cheek products. I think maybe their eyeliners. So this is the shade Kuala Lumpur. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Of course, we have their signature packaging, and then the shades are, we have, oh my, they kind of look like satin, a glittery one, like a matte with glitter, and then a shimmer. So these are the shades. It's a simple little eye quad. We'll see. We'll see what this looks like. I'm just gonna start off with this kind of mid-tone pink shade. It is kicking up quite a bit of product, so I'm using just the mid-tone shade next to the shimmer, this one right here, and I'm going to apply that all over the crease. It has a slight, very soft blend to it. I'm going to take the dark one, the dark burgundy type of eyeshadow, and apply that to the outer lid and a little bit on the crease. These are definitely a little bit more on the subtle side. And then I'm just going to take my finger and grab that shimmer and apply it on the inner part of the lid. The shimmer is absolutely beautiful. It's what's helping this whole look. The other eyeshadows don't perform as nicely as I would have thought that NARS performs. They're very soft, but they don't have that like wow factor for me. And then I'm going to take a small brush and take that very light gold eyeshadow. I don't feel like it's even picking up on the brush. And put that on my inner corner. You can't even see that. What the hell? That is so subtle you can't even see it. Let me see if I can use that at least for my brow bone. That is definitely missing pigmentation. I'm like digging on here to try to get it to show up. It shows up a tiny bit, not as much as I would want it to. I don't know. What the hell, dude? So just a very, very simple eye. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use the Galaxy eyeliner that's in here, which is the pink undertoned one by Lilith. And I've tried their stuff before and like their eyeliner, so hopefully this one will be. What is going on today? I tightlined my eye and then I used a little bit on the outer lid. It kind of tugs and doesn't perform as well as I would want it to. We also have a mascara in here that I'm going to just put maybe just a few coats of. I am going to use lashes anyway, but I wanted to show you guys what the mascara looks like. It does give quite a bit of volume, which is nice. This is an okay mascara. It gives a little bit of length. I like the fact that it gave like a lot of volume at the bottom of the lash. With mascaras, first impressions aren't like the best thing, because I feel like sometimes you kind of, the more you use it, the better it gets, the more air and the more it dries inside. It can sometimes perform a lot better. So this one is just nice for my first impression. I already applied some blush from the Ipsy Extra, but I wanted to try at least one of these from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Glowgasm in the shade Pinkgasm. And I'm just gonna apply just a little bit here in the front and see if that mixes well with that other beautiful pink shade from House Labs. This has a little bit more of a glow to it. I think it's very subtle. I'm not applying that much. I just wanted to kind of get a feel for it. This one has more of a highlighter type of quality to it. It's adding more pinkiness and more glowiness to the cheeks. I normally wouldn't overdo my cheeks like this. I might add a little bit of powder to tone it down a little bit, but I just really wanted to test both of these out. So you can definitely see it has a little bit more of a glow to it than what the cheek actually had. For my final thoughts, I think that this is such a great box. I love the mixture of the skincare, hair, makeup. We have a little bit of everything in there, and the majority are brands that really stand out to me. Charlotte Tilbury, we have the Living Proof, Kevin Aucoin. We have so many great known brands, and I feel like a lot of people want to see more of that, and then maybe one or two indie brands. So I think that they did a good job curating this, even though like for example the NARS eyeshadow, the quality wasn't all there for me. I still am excited that I at least got to try it, and like now I know that I probably won't buy one of their quads. But overall I do like the box. I think they did a really great job. Let me know your thoughts down below. What was your choice? Are you excited for the Ultimate? Are you skipping? I'd love to hear from you down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing. If you're new, you can subscribe. It's free. All you do is hit that little red button. I have socials down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.